Actually, my boss is listening behind me, so I don't want him to hear, but he came in the other day and he says, why do you guys listen to that radio station? We go, what, KXRX? He says, yeah. I says, well, I don't know, why are you asking? He goes, well, I just happened to listen to it a little bit today, and it's pretty offensive. And we go, yeah, that's why we listen to it.
This is The X, with a heart as big as our butt. KXRX 96.5 Seattle.
Attention. A recent study by the Food and Drug Administration has found that a certain number of silicone breast implants may be susceptible to leakage. Crow and West, as concerned public servants, offer free of charge breast implant leak checking. Using a highly sophisticated caress and fondle technique, Crow and West, in about an hour, will determine if your silicone breast implants leak.
Crow and West KXRX wants to send you to the Grammys as a Hometown Heroes correspondent. All weekend long, when you hear Scott the Worm Vanderpool, be the 9th caller, and you'll win a year's VIP pass, one of Seattle's most exclusive and hottest clubs. And one lucky ex-winner will join Scott the Worm Vanderpool at the Grammys, New York City. You get the Big Apple.
KXRX. Our general manager, ladies and gentlemen, Steve West, is out of town.
Yeah.
I heard a joke, Gary.
Okay.
It is totally vile and disgusting.
Okay.
A guy named Harry came into work on Monday feeling fine.
Yeah.
And he was so astonished when his secretary urged him to lie down on the sofa. She asked if he was ready for some Monday morning dictation. Well, all of a sudden, she undid his...
We interrupt Crow and West at this moment so that we may bring you Dancing with Penny. The Crow and West Morning Road Show already in progress.
And she said, how do you breathe through that thing? KXRX sports dictator, John Posey.
And what's with the Aussies wanting to boycott the Olympics if Magic Johnson plays in the Summer Games?
Come on.
Their team doctor feels that Magic Johnson poses a threat of passing on the infection. The only thing he's threatening to pass is a no-look bounce pass to Karl Malone for the in-your-face jam.
Yeah.
This is the same doctor who wanted to boycott the Pan Am Games last year because of an outbreak of cooties.
Well, this is the day, Gary, the king was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. Well, it's fitting then that we call the mansion of all mansions Graceland.
Graceland, may I help you?
This is the Graceland mansion?
It is.
Well, hello there. I have arrived from Mesopotamia. Thank you for the birthday celebration of Elvis Presley.
Uh-huh.
And I saved all my coupons from 25 years for a trip to see the king of rock and roll. Now, I want to know if what time Elvis will be giving a speech today at the mansion.
Okay, that's at 11:45.
And we will be able to meet Elvis?
No, not really.
Well, why not?
Only spiritually.
What do you mean?
Spiritually.
Where is the Elvis Presley then?
He's dead.
Elvis is dead?
Mm-hmm.
When did this... Should we say in our country we have censorship? Nobody told.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. They should have warned you in Mesopotamia.
When did this happen?
August the 16th, 1977.
1977?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Elvis don't have no new records coming out?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then you please to tell me then what rock and roll other stars have died since then?
You know Buddy Holly?
Buddy Holly dead?
Yeah, he's dead too. I'm sorry. You go ahead and you regain yourself and you call back later, okay?
Okay. I believe then Elvis will be reborn.
Yes, he will be. If he's in your heart, he has been reborn.
He will be reborn as a cockatoad. Sing forever.
America, prepare to laugh your appendages off because it's totally hidden surgery.
I'm sorry, but we found a huge tumor in your knee and we've had to amputate your leg, thus ending your lucrative professional football career.
Oh, man!
Eric Dickerson, you're on totally hidden surgery.
You chopped my leg off.
What a good sport.
I'm going to play ball.
Hop on over, Eric. Come on, there's the camera.
Crow West International presents Robin Leach Hood. He steals from the rich and famous and gives to the poor everything they need except what they can use.
Straight from the Trump Castle in Atlantic City, I've just stolen this fabulous gold and crystal chandelier.
Electricity hasn't been invented yet. This week on Marion Barry, Mayor DC, Marion and Barney visit Opie's school to deliver an important anti-drug message.
Quiet, please.
I want everyone's attention!
Thank you. Marion?
Thank you, Barney. Students, this is a crack pipe, and this is crack. Don't ever put the crack in the crack pipe like this. Put the pipe up to your mouth like this, light it, and take a big hit like this.
Ooh, never do that.
Barney!
Never do that. Good work, Marion.
KXRX Rock and Roll Headlines. Here's Marty Reamer.
Crow West Live with John Mellencamp.
And the headlines falling very close to home today. A special guest in the X studios this morning.
Oh, that's probably where the bell remains.
As KXRX and Crow West welcome John Mellencamp to Seattle for what was to be a small in-studio KXRX breakfast concert. But it ended rather abruptly when Mellencamp nearly collapsed while performing Rain on the Scarecrow.
Around the world of rock in 96.5 seconds. This has been Rock and Roll Headlines.
In the studio, Mike Mills, who sits to my left, and Peter Buck, who's behind a stack of electronic equipment from REM. When was it? Last month that you guys were in London? Under a pseudonym.
Yeah. Which you probably can't say on the air.
Sure you can. I think you can. I think you can say bingo hand job. Actually, maybe it would be better if you said it.
Bingo hand job.
See, it's artists out of control again on the air. They'll just say anything. Why'd you play London?
Well, we had to. See, they give you a work permit. I think they're afraid that if you come in, you're going to do Top of the Pops, and then you've got a work permit. Who knows? You might get a job washing dishes at the Wimpy Bar or something.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a radio station for people who can't count. This is the X.
I got beat up and robbed, and I don't mind admitting it. I know who they were. There was Robin and Maynard.
Robin and Maynard, not unlike a yo-yo at the end of a string. Sometimes our string gets twisted. Sometimes our spool doesn't return to the top. And it's because there are people like you with a conscience, with a good soul, with a willingness to call and let us know when we have gone too far. It's because of you that we present
Citizens of the Day.
Nobody has any control over you guys, do they? I mean,
well, are you kidding? We're under the thumb of the general manager of KXRX Radio.
Well,
we don't make a move unless he gives us the A-OK first.
Oh, he must be just as bad as the rest of you then.
Well, what? Indeed, sir. I take offense to that.
Just knock it off would be my advice. I personally have nothing against you.
You personally have nothing against us?
No, I don't. But if you keep going the way you are, I'm sure that it's gonna eventually catch up with you.
Well, what do you mean, going the way we are?
Banging up Elvis. It's just the impression I get listening. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
I'll get
None of my business anyway.
Hello, what's the problem here?
No problem. Everything's fine.
Did somebody say something about Elvis?
Just tone it down.
Did they say that he was a big fat grown,
See that as
grinding and groaning on stage and sweating and barfing up peanut butter?
Millions of fans.
Is that what they said?
Take it easy on him.
I find that an outrage.
I guess
Colin,
if I can. I told you now.
You are fired.
What?
Jesus Christ.
This is Chris DeGarmo and Jeff Tate from Queens Ride.
Can you dig it?
It's time for Seattle's most outrageous nighttime jock. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bo Roberts.
Stand by now as we burn the carbons out of this baby.
Just let your fingers do the walking.
Always do.
Okay.
Watch out, baby.
Okay.
KXRX. The slice of the 70s tonight. Saluting the Army is Kiss. 70s at 7 from KXRX Seattle. Life is just Aldo Nova's ego. He writes the best songs. Just ask him. KXRX 96.5, the laughter you hear, that of Scott Vanderpool, who's going to do Hometown Heroes live here.
What, are you suggesting that I would possibly tape the show on a regular basis?
No, not at all.
Of course I tape it.
Hometown Heroes.
Brought to you, as always, by The Rocket, the world's greatest magazine. February issue of The Rocket is out now, which stands to reason, seeing as how it's February and all. But we start off tonight with Mudhoney. You know, Soundgarden announced a show in the Paramount this week. It's coming up March 5th. Mudhoney, not to be outdone, is doing their own show in the Paramount. Saturday, April 4th, Mudhoney. This is an old one from them, actually, off their first single. If you can find an original brown vinyl version of this single, it's worth hundreds of dollars, literally. The song, Sweet Young Thing Ain't Sweet No More. It's Mudhoney.
The imperial signal of the industry. 100,000 watts of unfaltering, inescapable, pure FM power. Penetrating steel buildings, concrete bridge abutments, and the glacier-carved granite troughs of the rugged Pacific Northwest. This is KX.